COVID brought the industry to the ashes. Now, what is the thing about that? When ashes are created, what is the beauty of ashes? We all know phoenix rises out of the ashes. Okay, and if you have prepared your organization for that flag off, not that when the flag is off, we are look for the shoes, look for the socks, and who's going to run, and are you ready for it? Have you got a warm up or a
starting block ready? Hello and welcome to Turning Point. We live in very interesting times. Interesting, I say, because COVID-19 has led to a situation where there has been a loss of not just income, but hope as well. People are worried in terms of what is their nature of work going to be? How is it going to go forward? What is their scope of livelihood? We have a guest with us who is basically from the travel industry. And he's somebody who gives hope, not just hope. What he talks about is that this is a golden era in terms of opportunity to use this as a springboard to leap your business to the next level. We have with us today Mr. Neelakant Pararath. Welcome to Turning Point.
Thank you very much.
Like I mentioned in my introduction, very interesting times we live in. You are from an industry which has been ravaged by COVID-19. I would like to understand first basically your background. Where do you come from for the viewers to know?
I am from Thrissur, from Kerala, India, and I have been an electrical engineer by profession, but passionate about computers. So I got into technology on artificial intelligence. I implemented AI in power systems in 1998. So we have been an early runner into AI processes and got going on with that.
All right. You started your company called WebCRS. Why don't you speak a little bit about what WebCRS is about?
So WebCRS has been a technology company helping traditional hotels. We initially, when we started 20 years back, as it was in a different name, but then later we got the brand of WebCRS. 20 years before, we helped hotels to go online and sell online and increase their revenues and performances using the internet technologies and the e-commerce, e-business processes, and leveraging on those areas and increase the reach of the hotels and get more revenues from the markets.
So what was the turning point? Why was WebCRS started and what was the reason behind it?
As me, when I looked at, I was handling computers and, looking at working on with computers, I typically had this interest for solving challenges. In fact, I wanted to always challenge the challenges. Okay, that was my most interesting area. So when I would see a challenge, I would like to see why is this challenge there at all, for that matter, and can we solve the challenges for some people? Okay, so when we looked at it, if you look at my pedigree, I started off with a classic challenge of when I come from a small town called Thrissur, and Thrissur, the Puram was a very famous thing globally. And people like to see Puram and feel the Puram. This is way back in 1998. So when we thought about taking Puram to the world, because that is needed, because there is a demand for seeing the Puram, we took internet as a process to help reach the Puram to the world through live streaming in 1998. And we achieved it. And post that, when I got into hospitality sector, helping hotels to sell, we saw a challenge that the hotels could not sell live online in 1999-2000. So we created payment gateways, we created booking engines, and helped these hotels to sell to the market. So that was a challenge we solved. And then we further went on to seeing a lot of other challenges about maximizing revenues. And again, those were challenges, and we went down to the grassroots issues of it and solved it from that, and we created the second payment gateway in the country to the first Indian interface to the GDSs, Global Distribution Systems, and then further, when another one of the classic challenge that we faced was in the floods. We saw there was big challenges the people faced in that scenario. So we came out with a platform within 48 hours, which could help people in the rescue, relief, and even went on to helping in the rehabilitation processes. So we always challenge the challenges. And then now with COVID, we have more challenges in front of us, and we came on to solving that.
That's a very understatement at the current moment, that COVID is a challenge. It's a disaster in many ways for a lot of people.
Unprecedented challenges.
Absolutely unprecedented. Because what has happened is, in terms of, it has hit the hopes of people. It has challenged the very basis in terms of what is the future holding for me, for quite a lot of people. I don't know the statistics in terms of number of people who are there in the travel industry.
So World Travel Tourism Council has declared 176 million people lost jobs in this process, just in tourism space.
If you take it in the Indian context as well, that's quite a phenomenal number we are looking at. And so that becomes more interesting when you say that this is an opportunity, use this as a springboard to leap to all the people in the travel industry. Yes. Now, this is what our viewers would like to know, that what is it that they need to do to take it forward?
When we look at COVID scenario, yes, the COVID has brought tourism to a screeching halt, and it's a very, very bad situation. But if you really evaluate the current situation, the industry as such, the industry was in a lot of problems even before COVID. Okay, you would agree to me if you can actually see it in front of you, that the world's largest and the oldest travel company in the world shut shop in October 2019, which is pre-COVID time.
Thomas Cook,
UK. So, which means, and the second largest also in next month plus, the other companies also shut down, the second largest and things like that. So, which is very clearly showing that the industry was in problems. Hotels had issues. Discounting has been a massive disaster for the service providers, end of the day, to survive. So these are all definitely challenges, pre-COVID challenges, where the industry was facing. But we were not really upright about it and talking about it much in the market. So yes, COVID brought that to really ashes. There was problems, but then COVID brought the industry to the ashes. Now, what is the thing about that? When ashes are created, what is the beauty of ashes? We all know phoenix rises out of the ashes. And that's the opportunity we are looking at. Yes, COVID has created ashes, but it has also created the opportunity of creating phoenixes in the market.
How does a small MSME, somebody who was on the ground, his business has completely got affected, how does he become a phoenix? How does he rise out of these ashes?
If MSME was running a business, there are a lot of traditional travel companies doing inbound business and traditional domestic travel and all of that. They had a set of challenges in the pre-COVID era. Okay, a set of challenges they were trying to solve for last 5 years, 10 years. Okay, and still were inherent part of the business. Any business has challenges. Now, what if we can use the COVID period to solve the challenges forever for this industry when it comes back?
Fantastic. I mean, that is precisely the space that a lot of entrepreneurs who are in the travel line are in. What do they need to do?
Coming to that is to understand what these problems are, how to use this COVID period, which is lockdown, in a safe mode for every employee, every entrepreneur, and take enough steps that the market opening, that the market opening is going to be grand, beautiful, large, especially for Indian markets, because it's going to be multifold, because people are frustrated sitting at homes. And the Indian sheer population size itself and their Indian buying capacity, and to take a break and a holiday is going to be tremendous. And that's much larger than what the inbound tourism volume is. So, which exactly means that there is a huge market going to be opening up, but how much prepared are you to tap that is what it's all about, and how you're going to execute it without the problems that you had in the pre-COVID era.
To wipe out the problem which was there earlier and start a phase which is on the growth phase. So what are those steps which an entrepreneur needs to do?
The COVID has brought in one big opportunity is that there is no big or there's no small. Earlier, you would say that, oh, I am a retailer, I'm a small company, and the biggies are, 100 times, 200 times, 2000 times large volumes than myself. So obviously, there's a divide. Now, what's happening is, COVID has brought in a scenario where everybody is equal. Okay. Everybody has the same revenue. Okay. Right? Can you tell me a small company with 5 people is of the same revenue of 2,000 people company, or 500 people company, or 100 people company? What does that opportunity means? Everybody is at the same revenue. Revenue zero for sure, and the COVID. But the opportunity, the aspect is that when the market opens, everybody is at the same starting point. And when the flag gets off, how well are you prepared to run that race will depend you are in business or not. Now, the COVID period is all about preparation for that flag off. Sure. Okay. And if you have prepared your organization for that flag off, not that when the flag is off, we are look for the shoes, look for the socks, and who's going to run, and are you ready for it? Have you got a warm up or a
starting block ready to run?
Yes, exactly. That preparation is what will make these MSMEs, take on the market pie of the share of the market. And it is all about defining that and making that happen starting now. Preparation on today for that market opening, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months. It is all about that. And MSMEs preparing, investing time, effort, energy to that gun market opening and going forward.
Yeah, obviously that's very clear in terms of let's be prepared early, and when the gun goes off, you are ready to run rather than tying your shoes at that point in time. So what we will look at is in terms of the steps, like I mentioned earlier. What is, for the travel industry, what are the specific steps that they have to take?
2 big takeaways, right? This is what everybody needs. They need to know what they need to do now. Okay. And that's what we support as an organization. What we did is we took all this time. I actually had gone silent in the market for last 6 months, preparing for these steps such that these businesses can use these steps in their building blocks. Okay. We segmented those steps into clear actionable points and created processes for it, such that anybody can adapt to this process and get ready for the markets. So this involves 2 main areas. One is investing and preparing for relationships, because relationships is the key. Do not forget, it was the past, it is now, and future is also relationships, not technology. I have been early bird into technology.
You are a technology company, but yes, what you are talking about is
future is not technology.
The entrepreneurs should be looking at relationship building in this period.
Absolutely.
This would be in terms of with other vendors, with other suppliers, and all those channels,
and customers too.
Sure.
Okay. The problem is today if I'm a travel business, I'm looking at how do I take a customer from Bangalore to Shimla? But my neighbor is not even spoken to. My neighbor figure out somebody in some part of the world to tell him where to go. And I'm an expert sitting here in his neighborhood and not speaking to him. And I am targeting somebody in Bangalore who gets targeted by so many other companies like this through the digital media. But the relationship element, which I can only hold, I'm not utilizing it. So invest on relationships. That's one very important thing. Even the customer front and on, as you said, on the supplier front. Supplier front relationships, which will work beyond prices. Both these aspects of relationships will work beyond prices. So is always the price a criteria for you? No, not really. If you have the relationships, that's also important. And it can be a trump card for your business to go ahead. Okay. So that's what it's, technology can be done by anyone.
Brilliant. That's really inspirational for a lot of people watching this.
And the second part, right? So we talk about the first part. The second part, the other step that these people can do is to create digital assets. Manpower is the resource which is washed down the drain every day, sitting and watching net, watching TV, watching playing games on the phone and things like that, and social media. That is the biggest disaster that the world is facing today. In lockdown, people are sitting at home.
Time loss is not going to come back.
Is not going to come back.
Use this time productively to create a platform which is going to take you forward.
Use this time to create relationships, create products, create assets, digital assets. That's one very important aspect. And for all of this is so that's the way forward for these entrepreneurs. And we have really spelled down every bit of hours can be utilized by an entrepreneur and his team. So the real point is, actually, if an entrepreneur today comes up and says, hey, I've got 2 people, how do you utilize them? Because I want to help them. They will be been with me for last 10 years, 15 years, 20 years running my business. But today I have no revenue, so I am unable to support them. So the point is, how can we say? So I have very clearly spelled down how this can be done, and I can ensure that these entrepreneurs will not lose money if they adapt these processes. Guaranteed.
That's fantastic. And that is what exactly a lot of people would want to listen to as well. Ladies and gentlemen, when a tough situation comes, the tough gets going. That is what they say. This is obviously a tough situation. And we have Neil here, who has specifically talked about being positive, using this time productively in creating a platform that is going to take your business not just from the ashes, but rising from the ashes as a phoenix and taking it to the next level. Neil, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for coming to Turning Point.
Thank you very much.